What's going on, everybody? This is TAETRO, and today I want to talk to you about live streaming on Twitch. And I'm going to show you the first live stream after this little intro, but I'm going to be experimenting with going live on Twitch and making beats and talking to you guys about my workflow and letting everybody ask questions in the chat. And this is also going to help me because, as you guys know, I work a full-time job, and then I also do the YouTube channel and create music in all of my free time. So what streaming on Twitch is going to allow me to do is just jump on whenever I have a free moment and give you guys instant content, instant access to me and my workflow. You get to see exactly how I make beats from zero to a finished product. I'm gonna be posting the streams here on the main channel, so no worries if you're not able to watch live, but if you are, head over to twitch.tv/TAETROmusic and click the follow button and make sure you have notifications turned on so that you can find out whenever I'm going live. You can join, hang out, have fun. I'm gonna create a regular schedule eventually. They must have heard my beats. I'm gonna create a regular streaming schedule eventually, but right now I'm just experimenting with all different times. So you wanna make sure you're following me also on Twitter and Instagram, because I'm gonna be posting there as soon as I go live. This is just a way for me to get videos up more regularly, and also a way for me to just directly talk to you all. For now, I'm gonna show you guys the first stream. I streamed for about 2 hours and I made 2 tracks. So let me know what you think. Here's the first stream.
So, I was trying to say before, thanks everybody who's tuning in right now. Just put together this live streaming rig, which is basically a PC that my friends picked out all the parts for, and then Tyler built. Hentai Tai in the chat, give him a shout out. So put all the pieces together, built it. Originally I was going to stream from my MacBook and use a capture card and stream onto the PC, but I think I'm just going to stream with just the computer. So I'm using the computer as streaming and for Ableton at the same time. And so far so good. It doesn't seem like it's giving me any CPU problems with the testing that I did. But tonight is just kind of the first night I'm going to try to make some music and live stream at the same time. So just let me know what is up, if it sounds good, if the levels are off. I'm running kind of 2 audio interfaces right now because of the way OBS was kind of messing up with the ACO drivers for Windows and Ableton. But just let me know if anything crazy happens, if the levels are good, and we're just going to start making beats. People can ask questions in the chat if you want, and it just would be cool to interact with you guys. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to make some beats. And I'm just going to use a bunch of wavetables tonight, I think, because they're the most CPU intensive, and I want to see how far I can really push it. Right now I am running at, I think, 15 milliseconds of latency, which is probably the most I can go without, you know, while still being able to play in time. But I think that's gonna be fine. I think I'm just gonna start with a drone. But I need that metronome on too. This happens all the time when you're looping. It doesn't catch the beginning of that note, or it puts it before 1 with the auto quantize, but then it catches it when it loops back around. Quantize that really quick. And we'll add some kicks. If the volume of my speaking is too low versus the music, let me know and I can adjust that. Volume up a bit. If that starts coming through the mic, let me know. Yeah, I think it's coming through a little too much. Alright, I'll get rid of the metronome. Add some reverb here. The more, the merrier. Just changing the reverb to a higher sound. It defaults to a high cut. But if you want something brighter, you can switch that right here in the input processing. I don't know why it defaults that. You would think it would just default to neutral, but I'm trying to make something atmospheric. Here we go. I'm using Ableton Push here on my desk, and it's push 1. I bought a push 1 not too long ago, and then right after I bought it, they announced push 2. So I guess it was a while ago. But I haven't really had a need to upgrade. Boom. Quantize those snares. I probably won't quantize the hi-hat. I like to keep them a little loose, except that one. I don't like that one. I'll bring that velocity down a bit, so it's more like an echo. No, I actually don't like that at all. Next thing I'm gonna do is side chain these kicks to these pads. Turn session record off. About that side chain. I just want to have that kick really knock through, but I don't want to bring the volume up that loud. Let's go to the side chain from voltage kit, find the kick. Is that the right thing? That's the full kick. There's the kick. Alright. Now let's bring that down. If I add that to both pads, we should really start to hear it. So I can just copy that side chain and paste it in the chain. Oops, there we go. Now it really starts pumping, so that's cool. Alright, let's add another instrument in there. Maybe this. That might fix some of those velocities though. Some of them peak a little bit too high. Now I really need a pulsing bass line to go with that. I might actually that might work. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. but I'm going to put an arpeggiator. I could also use the repeat function on push. No. I actually don't like how that one repeats. I'm going to choose a different one. I just need something simple. Oh, nice. Set that back here. Try this one. A little too harsh. A little too harsh. Ooh. Too much. Yeah, I might just need to go find like a plain old operator bass. Alright. Go up here. That is the one that I want. That's the one that I usually use when I want something like this style. But I am... Oh, let me try it. Hey, what's up, Beowulf? I probably will not do track reviews tonight, but as part of the podcast TAETRO Radio, I think I'm going to just turn that into a live stream situation. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're following on Twitter and all that, so you will know when I start doing that. But the goal, I think, is to transition TAETRO Radio into a live streaming show that will then be exported as a podcast as well. So stay tuned. That's definitely going to happen. That side of things is really simple, like playing people's tracks and talking about them. Today, I really just want to test out, push Ableton to some limits, and then see what happens with this setup. Because if it can withstand Ableton and a bunch of wavetable synths, I think that will be fine to do the TAETRO Radio track reviews. So I'm going to add this bass line in real quick. I'm going to add one in with eighth notes and then one in 16ths because I don't know which one I like better. Actually play in time this time. It's another great function that like a lot of controllers have, but that I really like on push because you have the repeat function, but then on the right you have all the different intervals of repeat that you can have. So I'm just going to go ahead and do another one of these on 16ths. But I'll actually catch that first beat real quick. Nice. Oops. Go ahead. Too loud, so I'll bring it down a little bit, and let's kind of figure out what we're gonna add next. Usually what I do with a track like this is I'll add in like a sample or something. I'm not sure if I have all my packs installed on this computer. Yeah, I don't, so I think I might try to do it myself. So usually on top of these like real electronic vibey tracks, Darth Maul Cop, thank you for the follow, I try to layer in some groove and some like real drum sounds. So I think I might try to do that here. Yeah, it was something stupid like that. Let's see what that sounds like on top of this. But I'm going to compress these drums because sometimes these drums can be really low, and because they are like natural drums, they just have a little bit too much dynamic to them. So it makes them like fall behind all the other electronic elements usually. So let's check that out. I might just put some rides running in the background. Oh, the repeat is on. No, it's not. Okay. So that gives it like a more dreamy kind of washy feel. I can hear sort of a lead line, so I'm going to try to find some lead instruments in Wavetable. Let's figure out a good one. Maybe that. Let's see how it sounds. Higher. Something a little more flowy, a little bit like a stringed instrument maybe. More reverb. I'm going to do the same thing with this reverb and low cut off. On my MacBook I have like defaults that load up. So like I have a audio effect rack that will load up on. Darth Maul Cop, thank you for the $1 donation. I have on my MacBook automatic presets that load on audio tracks, and it's like an audio effects rack that already has compressor, EQ, and reverb, so like it gives me control over all this. I haven't imported those yet. Tai, big thank you for the donation. I'm sorry that I couldn't read the message, but the text was too small. I'm gonna have to have Pokey help me out with the tech on that after this stream. Alright, let's try to add this lead. Streamlabs in a browser. Alright. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise edibles? I mean, Darth Maul Cop says, I thought not. It's a story the Jedi wouldn't tell you. It's a Sith legend. Ironic. He would save others from death, but not himself. And Tai with the big $5 donation says, stream looks mint, dude. Thank you so much. You could not have done it without you, if you know what I'm saying. Hashtag leggings. All right, let's add this lead. Oh, I stopped everything. That's not the scene, but that's kind of interesting. I could definitely use that. I think I like those 16th notes better. Simple delay is usually fine. Let's add that before the reverb though. There we go. Like I said, I've hardly installed any of my packs on this. Oh, it says they're all available. So I would like to add some orchestral strings to this, but I don't have them here yet. So that's something I will do next time before the next stream. But let's see what else we can add here. Yeah, these are all just going to be real synthy things. One thing I'm not really liking is this hi-hat sound. Let me see if I can edit that at all. Maybe transpose it up. Not like that. Thanks so much for the follow, Dakota-san. Appreciate you. If you're hanging out on the stream, thanks so much for coming to check it out. Like I said, this is just a test stream today. This is just me trying to push to the limits and kind of do my normal workflow, but with the stream running to see if it can actually run and support it. But thank you for watching. I hope to do this more often. What I would like to eventually do, big goals, are to be to stream daily, because I think that would be really fun, and I just think that that's cool. Like if I can do tutorials and workflow stuff just live, that's a lot less work for me, so I don't have to go down and edit everything, but you guys also have the chance to interact and ask questions as we go. So I'm going to try to keep that up, and hopefully you guys are into it. I don't like this hi-hat now either. I think I'm just gonna switch it out. So I'm just gonna go to samples, type in hi-hat, and find something a little more basic. Whoops. Always accidentally double click. What kind of wings are these? The kind that comes from Target. I think it's gotta be just 808. I said I wasn't going to quantize that, but there's a little glitchy part that I want to quantize. Yeah, those right there. I just want to get a little stutter there. We go 16th notes, 32nd. Alright, and just do that. Yeah, that's way better. And then this one's way too delayed, so actually, I take back what I said about quantize. I just realized that this drum loop is 3 bars, but I guess that's fine. What I'm going to do now is kind of move into the arranging phase. So I'm going to take these ideas and try to see what a fully structured out track would look like. So if you just hit tab, you're in arrangement view. So what I'm going to do is just start dragging these loops in there one by one and figure out what I want to start with. Usually these pads, I don't know, usually I don't start a track off with what I actually started with, but we'll see how it goes. I do have this clip of just kicks. That is also 3 bars. I'm just gonna make that 2 bars and duplicate it. So I think eventually what I'm gonna do is filter these in. But I think I want to put a lead there. Either that or this lead. Let me hear it. washy for an intro, so I think I'm going to choose that. But now that I'm in arrangement view, I can sort of start to play with how everything fades in, how the filters fade in and things like that. So if I turn on my automation arms, and then I have these red lines here, so I can just automate everything. And what I will start to do is play with these filters. I don't know what this is. This filter. Good. So what I think I'm going to do is filter in filter 1, so I can just go ahead and click that knob, and if I want it to end there, I click a point where I want it to end, and then I click this point over here, and then just let it fade in. I'm not gonna go all the way down, or maybe I will. And then 2, I'm gonna adjust slightly as well. I think it can probably go higher, but I might do it a little more nuanced than just up and down. I might give it some peaks and valleys like this. Let's go ahead and hear what that sounds like. So that just adds a little more dynamic interest to those 4 bars. That's cool. Let me try something similar with this pad as well. This pad I think is going to come down a lot. Let me hear it. I think that one's good. I'm not going to do any filters there. This lead, however, definitely needs its filter. And now I think that I am not going to have the kick come in until bar 5. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Now what I'm going to do is duplicate this, but when I duplicate it, it's going to go ahead and duplicate the automation arm. I don't want that, so I can either like highlight it all and delete it, or I can just be lazy and click it like this. Maybe I'll still give it some shape, but not as extreme. And I will definitely not have the filter 1 filter in the same way it did. So I'll go ahead and change that and just have it end there, because I don't want it fading back in. I want it to kind of stay there. And this one didn't even get a filter, so I'm going to also duplicate that. And the kicks will come in. Now I didn't actually change this automation arm, which is sort of what happens when I'm working. I kind of get a little like random, and I'm thinking about one thing, so I jump to it and then I leave a thing. A lot of times you can forget what you're doing at some points with that, but it's whatever. Now the reason I put a point there is so that this point would automatically stop there, so I can't bring it too far. If I do, it like fixes it for me. Let's see what that sounds like. I think what I'm also going to do is do like a reverse feedback automation, so that there's a lot of feedback at the beginning and then it becomes clearer as it goes on. So let's go ahead and hear that. It's a lot more subtle. Now, that's actually really cool because the kick is off. I think I will actually have the kick's volume fade in. So if I select both of these, now this selected area is the only thing that's adjusted. You'll notice that this automation lane lights up blue just in that area. So I can pull that down and it only affects that. So what I'll do here is bring up the volume. We'll just bring it up there. So the kick fades in, but the sidechain is still there regardless, because it's still getting the signal from the kick. So you can hear that right at the beginning. It's kind of like a little hint of something rhythmic. And then by the second time the kick comes in, it's in full force. What I'm going to do now is just grab this lead from over here and put it here. The reason I grabbed it from session view is because, am I wrong about what I'm about to say? Yes, I grabbed it over there because I thought that it would copy not the filter. I think in 9 it used to not copy all that automation, but I think here it just kind of, it did. But that's okay, I can just click away from it. I'll also bring the feedback up a little bit here. And I'm going to get rid of this dot right here because that means whatever I paste in, it'll do the same thing. Cool, so now we have 8 bars. Let's see what else we have to bring in. We can also now bring in the drums if we want, but I think I'm going to bring in the bass instead. So let me go ahead and bring in the bass here. Now I'm just going to select all this stuff right here, shift click from the bottom to the top, and hit Control D, and now we are duplicated. Again, it duplicates all the automation as well, so I need to get rid of that automation on the drums. I think we'll bring some drums in, or alright, we won't bring in drums yet. I'm going to duplicate this section again, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in that other lead. Boom, bring that right there. Now, right in its macro, this one has a filter anyway. These are just things that like make the track more interesting, and because it's like loop-based music, it can get very, very repetitive, which I'm sure you've experienced because you've been sitting here for 40 minutes listening to me make it, which is even more repetitive. But just these little subtle touches make it a little more interesting to listen to. Big fan of minimalism, so using like minimal music ideas to make like a full track. So this is obviously not that many different musical ideas. There's probably 7 tracks, and there's 7 variations. Well, 7 different loops within the 7 tracks. So it's not that different. So if you use the automation to make it more interesting and make the sound change over time, not musically, but its timbre, it's just cool. Like I said before, I'll get rid of these little ending nodes, that way it just continues on. So I'm going to go ahead and add the ride symbol there as well, so I can find that in here. And I really wish I had my drum loops on this computer because I can hear one that I really want to grab. That's something I'll do next time. I'll have that volume fade in. And I want to hear what that other drum kit sounds like. See, I almost like don't like that anymore now that I'm in arrangement. I think it needs like something bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and try to add one more drum kit in there to kind of get a drum and bass feel. Control Shift T gives me a new MIDI track. If I go to drums, get rid of my search. Let's find something cool. No. That's sometimes, like, I wouldn't pick that kit ever normally, but I've been trying to pick more things that are not my instinct, because sometimes I get better results. This is taking too long. All right, let me just hear what that sounds like. I'm gonna loop this little section here. looks like. Still not in love with it though. Let me just try to find one more that I like. Oh, that clap is nice though. I don't know if I'm gonna like the kick. Oh, that might work though. All right. Let's try it. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, that is definitely dreamy right there. But let me undo that recording. Definitely have to quantize that. I don't like the unsteadiness of the velocities though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and crank them all the way up and then bring them down. If you crank them all the way up, that gets them all to the same level. That's why I do that. And then I bring it back down and they're all even. Definitely not a way to humanize your drums, but that's not what I'm looking to do. Now I think what I'm going to do is get rid of these kicks and then make another side chain that is the kicks from this drum and bass feel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and helping me test out my stream. I really appreciate it. You guys can make sure you subscribe over at youtube.com/TAETRO. I think I'm going to post the videos there as well. So I'll do a stream and then maybe the next day or in a week I'll post the live streams. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. Basically, this is just a workflow video, so I don't know if I'll post this one, but I might be helpful to some. All right, let me go ahead and change this to that, and then I'll find the kick. Usually I accidentally select the kit, but I do not want to do that. Let me figure out which kick I'm using, actually. It's one of the higher ones. That one's sneaky. It's all the way down here. Good. And now I can copy that. And one good habit I actually need to be in is renaming things. So this is drum D and B kick, because when I load up this project later, I'm gonna have no idea why I have two sidechain compressors on it, or I will have to remember it and I likely won't, so I won't do that. I'll just be smart and label it. Go ahead and paste it in here as well. Duplicate that. So there I've used like all my layers. I'm gonna make this a full 16 bars. I was poking on top. It says I can hear Owl City singing over this right now. Not really an insult, but I was picturing more like the singer of Films About Ghosts singing over it. But, you know, you never know. A lot can happen in life. Let's go ahead and find something. I need a lead or a piano or something. I'm actually going to see what this sounds like with real piano in it, because sometimes if you have a really electronic sounding track and there's a lot of unfamiliar elements, and by that I mean like just like electronic synths and stuff, if you add something more familiar like a piano, it can sometimes be super effective, but it can also be very corny, so that's what I don't want to do. Forget I said it. Alright, somebody get this hothead out of here in the chat. Oops. One thing I'm trying to be super mindful of is is making sure like all the spaces aren't occupied in sound. So I have 2 pads already. I have these bells. I have the bass and I have this second lead right there. Those are kind of occupying almost the same space. Now I need a lead that goes on top of it all. Yeah, I definitely want to do a guitar lead. I just don't think I have a good guitar sound on here. That's freaking obnoxious, but we can try it. Oh, not like that. Sounds like TAETRO likes that. It's okay. I just don't feel like it pops out enough. What is this even? No, nobody wants that. People next door are using a blender, and I thought my PC was gonna explode. Nobody uses this sound. Let's give this a shot. Too brassy. Lame. Alright, go back to wavetable because that's what I said I was going to do in the first place. Too breathy. This one's thick though. I think that will make a good lead, but it doesn't blend well, so you know what that means. Gotta add some reverb. Go ahead and turn that up. It's a lot of reverb. Exactly like that. So let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, go. No, what am I trying to do? That's what I'm trying to do. Very John Williams. Alright, somebody ban this guy in the chat. What the? Oh, I'm the worst. something like that, but I know I need to edit at least one of these notes. And then really useful function, the legato function. So you see how these leads kind of blend over each other, and I don't want them to do that. Oops, and I didn't want to do that either. So I don't want them to blend over each other like that. So I just go ahead and select everything, and I hit legato, and boom. Oh yeah, the legato, not the legato, sorry. Go ahead and duplicate that. Give this ping pong lead, probably. Guys, let me know if my mic is peaking. It shows up red occasionally. I'm not sure how the voice is though. I'm gonna go ahead and add a ping pong delay here. Flanger to this. Sometimes flanger can help make things stick out a little bit. Okay, so just listen to that difference right there. Say this is just gonna be like a 2-minute track. All we really need to do right now is drop out the drums and a couple other things. So I can't even do that right. Boom, there we go. Yo, Dakota-san been a YouTube sub, bro. He's OG. Now I kind of do the reverse of what I did before and filter everything the other way. So let's try that. And what I mean by that, I can't do it with that filter, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw an EQ on here, and I'm gonna sweep out the low end. Instead of like in intros like we do, we usually bring in the high end. Now we're gonna sweep out the low end. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that frequency, turn on these, and then do this. It gives them just go ahead and duplicate that. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and make a different version of this that doesn't have the higher notes in it. Boom. Get rid of them. Instead of duplicating that, I'll make it one clip with one note that I can fade out. I'll probably filter it out as well. Let me go ahead and make this longer. Duplicate region, get rid of that. And then legato, so it goes to the end. So now we have a nice long end note here that we can sweep out with the filter. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to have it filter out to here because we don't need it to be too long. I just like to make the notes longer than they need to be so that I have room to play with. Whoops. Let's go make that straight. Yeah, that can even happen way faster, and volume can also just come on down. And that's coming up on the hour, and that's kind of what I wanted to do tonight. So we'll listen through this track one more time. I'll go ahead and export because I want to try to keep a stash of everything that I make on stream, and then we'll call it a day. But thank you so much for everybody who tuned in. I hope to do more. I don't know if it makes more sense for me to stream on YouTube instead of Twitch, but like Twitch is just so built for live streaming, and it's got the whole infrastructure built in there. So it would be cool to be on Twitch just because that's what it's made for. But I don't know. I think that the followers on YouTube, it's really hard to get people from one platform to the other. So we'll see if this works out. Go ahead and listen to this track from the beginning. It's just about 2 minutes. If we pull this back to here, yeah, it's like exactly 2 minutes. So let's hear it. Hey, what's up, Joe? Yeah, that is the wavetable synth from Live 10. It's very CPU intensive. I have 5 of them running right now, which isn't that many. But I'm also streaming at the same time, so I'm pretty impressed. Sit in the groove for a bit before that lead comes in, and then what we can do is drop out the drums here, and then so Control T adds a new audio track. Then we go ahead and samples and find a cymbal. Let's pick one. We'll add this right here, shrink it, crop it, polka dot it, contrify it, and then reverse it. Let me work it. But obviously we don't want it to be that loud, and obviously we want to put on some reverb. Go ahead and pump that up, pump that up. I'm not doing a track feedback right now, but if you are subscribed to the channel, follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to find out how to submit to TAETRO Radio, which is the podcast that I do track feedback on. But thank you for reaching out. Make sure you just @ me on Twitter, and then I can send you an invite to the TAETRO Facebook community page. And what that is a group of like-minded home studio musicians on Facebook who are like in an exclusive community for the channel. And that's how you submit music. The directions are all there. I can't open it up to too many people because it'll just become like super hectic. That obviously I'm gonna have to go longer than an hour, even though I just said I was gonna get off, because now everybody's showing up. So that's cool. Thanks everybody for showing up. I think we should start a new track, but I do want to listen to this one from the beginning. We can make a new one from scratch too. So let's hear how this one sounds from start to finish, and then we'll jump and start making a new one. If you guys have like suggestions on pace, style, or anything, let me know in the chat. I can't guarantee you that I'll go with it. I usually just go with the flow, but let me know. I hear what you guys want to hear. We can make something more like beat style, more hip hop next probably. This one is spacey. Thank you so much for Justin Peter, that follow. I appreciate it. Alright, I got another idea of something that I want to do with these drums before they come in, of course. I'm definitely going to filter them in. Was having these drums filtered in a little bit. I always think that's super effective to have, but they're a little too, so when you do that it like boosts the low end because it's got a little hump over the, let me see if I can show you that, show you the EQ. What am I doing wrong? Oh, there's the effects. So oh man, this is huge. Make that bigger. Let's go ahead and show that EQ. Is it using EQ3 to do that? No, it's using auto filter. Yeah, so it's got that little bump right there, right? So when I filter in with the kick and everything, what'll happen is it'll just boost the frequencies a little too much there. So I'm just gonna solve that by fading in the volume as well. I could also just flatten the cue, but I'm not going to do that. Also, I just realized that both sidechain compressors are working right there because both drum tracks are playing, but that's fine. Justin, how's it going tonight? Anybody come over from the channel, just let me know in the chat. Let's talk. Where are you from? What's going on? How's your night going? We'd love to hear from you. And if you're lurking, definitely feel free to say hi in the chat. Won't do feedback tonight, but I do a show called TAETRO Radio, which is a podcast where I do just that. I do just feedback, and I'm going to be turning that into a live show. So find me on Twitter, TAETRO Music. I'll pause the music. Sorry, Hysteria. Yeah, just at me on Twitter. Let me know you want on the TAETRO community, the Facebook community, and I'll let you in, and that's how you get on the feedback show. So I think that this track is done. I haven't even saved this whole time, so if it crashed, I'd be screwed, but I'm just gonna go ahead and save it now. What should I call it? Ooh, you guys can't see that folder. All right, I'm just gonna call this one. Somebody give it a title. Chat, I need you now more than ever. I need a title for this track. All right, let's start something from scratch. We'll do one more track. Hopefully it'll only be like 1 more hour. Oh, delete that stuff. Delete this. And then, cool. Wait for it to sort itself out. There's one thing you never get on Mac. This load times and the not responding situation on Windows. Like I just can't believe that people use it on Windows. But it's running pretty fine now. All right, time for a new live set. Let's check it out. All right. Let's go ahead and delete that. And like I said, we're going to do like more of a hip hop track. So let's see what we can do. I have that open. I don't need that. All right. So I don't know what kind of track I want to do. Something like super chill, super like contemporary. Yo, that kit is lit. I think I just want to play with that kit for a second.
Ay, 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 ay.
All right, I'll try that one. We're gonna go ahead and bring our tempo down. I think I'm gonna draw this one in just to see what we get. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm only gonna have that vocal thing happen once, because that will get very annoying. So yeah, I'm just gonna draw things in this round. Well, just for this drum, because playing things in kind of helps you break your habits and stuff, and you come up with something different. I'll have these react to each other. Now I have the grid set to 30-second notes, but I can go narrower, and that'll give me that little glitch sound that's super popular. I'm already feeling some like cool chords behind this. I think that'll be cool. I think I'm gonna go even narrower with this grid, just to get even more glitchy. But definitely gotta bring the velocities down. Else it gets take this one out. Almost sounds like a zipper. I think that vocal sample, I'm going to transpose it a little bit. Usually when I use vocal samples, I like to transpose them anyway so they're less recognizable, because anybody could have this. Nah, even lower. I'm going to go ahead and make that tones. Okay, let's go ahead and add some instruments. I want something chords, something with chords. Sing the keys. Something very 7th chordy, I think. Oh, not whatever that's doing though. Not that either. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and add the reverb up. Make this higher. That sounds a little too dramatic. I don't want this tune to be dramatic. What's that about? Yes. Let's do it. Loop it. Nice. Yeah, I'm really digging that. I think I'm gonna do this one right though. Compress it. Turn up that reverb. A little more echo. Let's see. Nah, I don't like the overdrive. I'll keep it clean. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and add in that hip hop sub bass. If you don't have headphones on, it's gonna be really hard to hear this. Let me quantize that. I'm only gonna do that little walk down at the end once. Just like that, just like that. Alright, I'll turn it down. Yeah, the thing about that is, so Poke on the top says, if you don't have headphones, it'll be hard to hear. If you have headphones, it'll be the only thing you hear. The thing about that is I don't have a subwoofer, so because of that, I usually pump up the sub bass, and that screws up my mixes because I mix the sub bass too loud. Because I overcompensate. Alright. What else I got in this drum kit? Anything fun? I just didn't know if that happened outside or the drum kit. I'm gonna add that for sure. Go ahead and duplicate this. I'll put it right on one. Oy, they're not that loud. First time it was just so subtle. I'm gonna duplicate this loop so that only happens once. Yeah, much more subtle. I am gonna bring it up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this pattern. Delete these. Paste these in over here. Boom. But I gotta make those velocities not jump. Let's add something in the background of this. Let me try this. Yeah, that's something like that. 1, 2, ready, go. There we go. And I'm not gonna quantize that. Like, the thing that bothers me about that is when I do rolls like this, almost like I'm playing a piano. I'm scooping up to notes like that. It's like so hard to like, I have to go into the piano roll, like right here, and find where I did that. So obviously that's not super rhythmic. That's just like a gesture. I'm not gonna quantize that, but I want to quantize the other things. And if I do that, it kind of just throws everything off. So I kind of make sure that I play it in the way I want. And then I'm totally able to. So there's one note that I would change, and it's literally this one that comes in too soon. Once you start, that's a can of worms. Like once you start quantizing some and not others. Gotta listen with your eyes. Maybe. Let's think about it. Nah, that's too clean, I think. Let me go ahead into the Beat Tools pack, because when I'm making this type of music, that's usually the pack I pull from. Let's see what we got. I don't want keys right now. Look through keys folder. Alright, let me check lead. Ooh, I don't know what that's. Nah. I love some of these chord instruments, but like, if it's not set to the right key, you can't really use it. So I could go in and like fix that or just play the chords that I want, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh, I need that. Oh, I wonder if anybody recognizes that. I've used that in a track before, so I'm not going to use it right now, I don't think. Unless I can turn the chord off. So that's what I do a lot of the time. I go in here. You like dive into the instrument and you see all the effects that it has going on. Interesting. I cannot find the chord thing. Tronosphere. There's the instrument. It has compressor, ping pong delay, reverb. Why am I not seeing chord when it's definitely playing a chord MIDI effect on it? Interesting. But not entirely interesting. Let's get rid of it. Alright, let's see what we got. Beat to a beat. Pokey knows where it's from. I'm gonna bring some of these volumes down. That's another thing I like to do when I first start. I'm only 5 tracks in. Usually I get to be like 20 tracks in. This is a pain, but I just pull everything down. Now what I can do is pump up my volume a little bit more. And then especially when I get to the end of the track, that's super helpful for mastering. Oh, this has vinyl on it. It's got that crackle, but I'm not about to use that. I'm gonna throw a compressor on this. Sometimes light sounds like these that I need to really come through. Alright, let's go ahead and pause the drums here. Doesn't pause the drums. Right there. Nah. And of course, once I hit record, I can't get it. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I really like that one bar, and I do not like what I played after it. All right. Nope. Man, I wish I just played it. That's the basic rundown. Oh, nobody likes that. Just go ahead and stretch that out. Now I'm gonna add a reverb to this, but I'm not gonna add like a usual reverb. I'm gonna add a really like tight reverb. So let's bring that room size down. Bring that up. I've been running these on low quality this whole time too, man. Why do I feel like I can't hear that? Thought I was gonna do that. flanger. Need that flanger to make this stick out. Now bring the LFO down, bring the dry wet down. Now listen to it. But I'm definitely gonna use that for like a B section or a little interlude. Alright, maybe I am gonna grab that chanting weird kit. It's got the effects in it. Cool. Reverb. Somebody get me the reverb. Go. All right, let's go ahead and start arranging here. I think the first thing that comes in has got to be that keys, those keys. Let's go ahead and drop that. Then maybe the kit. Nah, I can't drop yet. Maybe that drops a beat 5, but maybe the lead comes in. I think it's this. That's a good intro, right? And then we drop the bass here. Boom. And then the lead will also come back in there. Nice, nice. And I'm gonna have this volume totally cut here. So like one thing I used to do, like when working transitions like this, and you drop some you want to drop something out, sometimes I would just cut it like this, but that doesn't always work because these instruments have like delay and reverb on them. So if you want something to really cut out and you want it to be super drastic, you need to go in with the volume thing and do it. And that's something I just kind of realized, like that should be common sense, but I never really used to do it. So just watch the difference there. So like it totally cuts out. And now I'm also gonna have the filters fade up here because I do the same thing in every track. JK. Just, it's fun to listen to. This became Chainsmokers really quick. Then I think I'll have the filter dip down like really quick right there as we transition. Yeah, there we go. Cool, I'm down with that. Okay. What didn't I add in yet? open hi-hats. But I'm not gonna add those into the hook. That'll be like the hook. Nah, I think it actually needs to add in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate that. Oh my god, I'm the worst. So I'm really getting used to not hitting the Windows button as like the Apple button on Mac. So I'm going back to hitting Control D instead. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the open hi-hat version of the drums there. But I definitely need to lower that. Like, I'm really nitpicky about hi-hats. Like, I just think they pop out too much. I don't know if it's an Ableton thing or if it's like my taste. But I'm constantly going into the mixer and bringing down my hi-hats. More than any other drum. Alright, here is where we will add our little interlude with the vintage key thing. And what I'll probably do is just add some long bass. Bring that down. Yeah, let me go ahead and just hold those notes out. 1, 2. Got it. I had to switch the metronome on there really quick because I forgot the drums weren't on. Good. Make sure those are legato, especially with basses. You don't want bass notes hanging over each other usually. And then obviously this jumps in. We're going to go ahead and pump this over here. I almost just X'd out of OBS, guys. That would have been a nightmare. Alright, is there a drum that I can hit here on 2 and 4? That's like subtle. Repeat is on. I always think like my push is broken, but I just left the yeah, this kid is lit. But I always just left repeat on. Oh, that's good to know. Ooh, sorry. Monkey D Moon, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. If you're in chat, just say, hey, what's up? If you're hanging, watching, if you're having a good time, if you have questions, just let me know. We're just trying to have a good time. Right now, just testing out my stream. I was only going to do an hour, but then some people started showing up, and I decided to do a second track. So this is the second track of the stream. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's right. We're working on this little interlude section. Then I got distracted by the drum kit. I need one more drum kit because I need some snaps. I definitely need snaps or claps. Let me see in samples if I can find that easily. Sometimes they're not labeled, but I know I have them. Yes, they are. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a empty drum rack into, oh, my thing is still on. I'm going to put an empty drum rack onto this MIDI channel. And just kind of fill it with the things I need. So I'm going to go back to samples and search up snap again, because I did that in the wrong order. Yeah, I think that reverb mid is the way to go. Alright, let's go ahead and record that. Metronome on, 2, ready, go. So I'm kind of like basing this off of some SZA stuff, especially like that rhythm of that lead comes from a SZA song. That rhythm like was definitely inspired by a SZA song in my head. Nice, cool. All right, let's check out this. I think I need some other effects too. Let me see if there's a fall in my samples. Oh, that there. Not that loud. Sorry about your ears. Oh, I don't want to do that either. What the heck? Yep, and definitely some reverb. Sometimes like these samples are like not super natural the way they fade out, and I just had to change the warp mode to Complex Pro, or it does that weird thing where it sounds like a reverse rise at the end. I don't know why it does that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a reverb on here because that will just give it a little extra natural vibe as it fades out. High quality. Kind of lasts a little bit beyond what it is. But what I really need is something similar to that, but for this. Because we go from pretty hard to... I think what I really need is a different kick there. So let me go ahead and pop that into my drum rack. Kick. Oh boy, I don't know how to type. Alright, and now I did that. I don't know what I was expecting doing that. Yeah, it should be 808 probably. Let me go ahead and throw an 808 in there. Hopefully it tells me what note it is. Mid-tune, that doesn't help me. That's the right note. I need two of them, obviously. There we go. Let's do it. I'm so pumped that that was so easy. Alright, I need the metronome on. 1, 2. Oh, I need to add that in. That's why that didn't happen. That's why. I think this works. Alright, let's freaking quantize that because I'm a fake musician who can't play in time. What kind of keyboard is that? This is a Red Dragon RGB. I got on Amazon. Right now it's like set up so that when I touch things, it lights up. It's a gaming PC mechanical keyboard, I think. Thank you, Pokey. Yeah, so I need to update the equipment list to have all the streaming stuff. I definitely don't have it all there yet, but it will be coming soon. And I think it'll probably be like its own thing, like PC rig setup versus like music production setup. And I'll start putting those in like the YouTube description and everything. Those 808s are a little bit too much louder than everything else. Oh, not the snap. Yeah, let's go ahead and... I need a crash or something. Let me just switch up noise and samples. See if I can add some noise at the beginning. Boom. Eeh. Not that. Sorry guys, I'm gonna lower that audition sound. That's reverse. That's what I already have. I think if I do that, but I add a ton of reverb to it. Reverb. And just totally wash it out. Let me hear what that sounds like. That. Lots of it. No, but what I think I'm going to do is reverse it. Reverse reverb. Yeah, that's kind of freaking nice. I am going to warp it. It's not warped. And then I'm going to transpose it up. Yes. Bring it down. Too much. Bring it up a little bit. Reverb this, reverb this, reverb this. I think that just needs to be there, man. I don't know. It sounds so stupid, but it works. There we go. Let's go ahead and add that in. Yep, just like that. Let's go ahead and quantize this. How many times have I said reverb? Definitely more than one. And right there. Quantize that. Can't wait to play Fortnite with my friends after this. The thing about that is anybody can type exclamation point reverb. And if everybody types it, yeah, exactly. Alright, let me add a riser there. I think that's what it needs coming off of that section. Something. That vocal sample is definitely too loud. Boom, there it is. Let's duplicate that. Yeah, that other thing is too loud. Or I just played it too hard. Heck yeah. Alright, let's listen from the beginning. Let me get some. Not my first day. Crushed it. think I like this track a lot better than the first one. They're very different, but I don't know. Start thinking about what other layers I'm gonna add. Add that hit there. I need that. We're gonna call it a day here in a minute, guys, but I think this has been good. Good first stream. I don't know. Pokey says we're going all night. I could. That's what's gonna happen. This is just gonna turn into that. Gotta go to work though. Gotta play Fortnite with the boys. Man. This beat is dope, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add that. That's actually kind of cool, and I'm gonna have it fade in from the interlude. So let's try that first. Boom, right there. So now we have the interlude version. I'm gonna split those. Control E. What does it sound like with more? Oh, I don't think I want that at all. Definitely need to compress that too, because I don't want it popping out too loud. Reverb. Definitely need that there. Wow, that takes that to another level though. Just makes the chorus a little bit more epic, I think, or the hook, I should say. And now let's just go ahead and add in another verse. Nah, something has to happen here. One of the best new additions to Ableton Live 10 is, so I'm listening to this section of the clip, right? So if I play from this bar line, it's no problem because all the loops start there. And it's reading the MIDI as we go through. But say I want to go to the next section now, and I want to just listen from here. That would have been a problem in Live 9. I would not hear this chord at all, but now it was in Live 10. Even though the note starts here, it goes back and it still catches up with the MIDI, so I can play it from here and still hear that chord. Whereas I would not be able to do that in Ableton Live 9. Alright, so we're going to do a bar transition there, and then come back into a verse. I think it's going to be the same exact thing as the other verse, so I'll copy that. Paste. Yeah. And I definitely need to put some of that FX there. I'll go ahead and copy that same one and bring it like here-ish. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this bass line, put it here, but I'm just gonna have it fade in almost like it's a reverse note or something. But I think I'm gonna take back what I said before, and I'm not gonna have this little section here. I'm just gonna cut the time. Whoops. I'm gonna add a different snap there. I think go back to samples, snap. I don't know why that says snap X rated, if anybody can confirm. Go ahead and add that in. Reverb. Gonna pump that up. High end only. There we go. Let's go ahead and record that. Metronome on. 2. Ready. Go. Heck yeah. Alright. That sounds dope. It definitely doesn't need to be that loud, but that's okay. That's one habit that I had to break after a while. Like the thing you're working on, like if I was working on that particular snap or if you're working with a lead, that thing is always too loud because you're working with it and you want to focus on it. That's fine, but you got to make sure you go back and adjust it when you're done. And then literally, if we just copy and paste, not be too much of a jerk, we can literally just copy and paste that. Go ahead and put it in. And we've got the same deal. We are good to go. I definitely need those chords to fade in better there though. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same here. I don't like those coming in too hot there. It's kind of the same. Don't want that though. this is gonna be like the last hook or whatever, I'll have it last twice as long, and then I will add this on top of it. And I might even grab a lead, and this is not gonna take long. This is easy. Stupid saw lead. Sure, I'll just do that to make a point. And I'll take this exact line here, copy it, paste it. Let's hear how that sounds. Oh, terrible. Okay. That one. So instead of having it be in the same octave, I will likely put it up an octave. Now we have two. Oh, I did not pay attention to what I just did. B3. And bring it way down, obviously, and add in some more. Nice. I don't think that counts. I didn't say it. I wanted to add something else and I couldn't remember what it was. It wasn't a flanger, but I'm going to add a flanger, make it stick out more, bring the LFO down, bring the dry wet down. Chorus, maybe? If I want it to really sound like organy, I'm actually gonna make this version of that sound be all legato. I can throw some auto pan on it and just have it be really fast. Amount and fast rate. Go. I mean, that's a cool enough beat. It's 3 minutes. I think that does what we need it to do. And every ending is as it begins. But I don't know why that happened. That's weird. I don't want that. Oh, I know what happened. And then you have it play out. All right, cool. What are we gonna call this one? Let's just call this one beat drop stream stop. All right. Let's go real quick. Let's head back to the other track and listen to it, and we'll kind of compare them. Give our ears a break from this one and just kind of see what we came up with this stream. So the first track was a spacey sort of ambient dreamy track with a drum and bass feel to it. Let's check it out. It's 10 tracks. This track is a bit louder. I think one of my automation arms didn't come in. There we go. My bad. Reverse cymbal. I definitely would add the orchestral strings on top of that if I had them in the library. This one is more like Apple or like tech company commercial style. It's got like 3 major sections, or I guess it's got 4 sections. It's got the intro. And then it's got, well, I would call this the intro because the main drums are still fading in. You didn't get to hear that because the automation arm was turned off. So it's got the intro. Then right here it's got the main beat, which kind of has 2 subsections. There's just the main beat where it's grooving, and then there's the second subsection where the lead comes in. And then it's got the outro where the lead still plays but the drums drop. That was a pretty fun track. I don't know what I would use it for. I might use it for like background track in a vlog or something. I'll save that. And real quick, let's jump on over to the track we just made. Our ears had a little bit of a rest. We get to listen to something different. Let's see what we got. Alright, so this one was definitely more of like a contemporary hip hop vibe. Sort of like SZA inspired. So let's check it out. This one's a little bit softer, so I'm going to turn it up a bit. It's like smooth, and I don't usually play at 70 beats per minute, so it feels good to change. I get super bored as a listener, so that's why, like, even though this section is a verse, it has like 3 different subsections in it. I'll explain that after. I know what I want to happen for the next one. I'm gonna try to change it before it gets there. kind of just repeats, except like that for the second verse is a little more even. And I just added a little quick drop here, like the music drops. It's just a little more drama, and it makes it slightly different than the first tune. First time around, I should say. And this little end section with the lead brought back in. Just realized I have the auto pan after the reverb. I don't love that little lead thing coming back in, but deal with it. So I don't know why. It's like that. Alright, I'm getting super tired, but thank you guys for hanging in the stream tonight. We made 2 tracks. I don't know what I'm going to do with the tracks yet. I'll probably just throw them up on SoundCloud and for download and everything. 2 very, very different tracks, but just kind of like a understanding of how my workflow is and how I go ahead and make tracks like these. So far, like this track was 12 tracks. I think the last one was 10. It's not like a ton of work for the computer, but like I'm glad to see that everything can hang with Stream and that like Ableton functions fine and OBS functions fine. I hope everything was cool on your end. But thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe over at youtube.com/TAETRO, and make sure you follow over here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/TAETRO Music. Make sure you hang. Let me know if you think I should be streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch, or wherever you think is best, maybe Facebook even. Go ahead and hit me up on any social platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Look up TAETRO. And thanks for hanging in the stream, guys. It was a really good time. Have a good one.